Hello learners, you all are welcome to senior secondary level program of NIOS. I Dr. Rajendra Kumar Nayak from National Institute of Open Schooling. And dear learners, now we will be discuss one of the very important aspects in mathematics, particularly the part of coordinate geometry. And dear learners, you might have searched different sheets in when you are visiting cinema hall or you are going to playing or we can say when you are traveling in train, you might have searched your corresponding seat. For example, when you visiting we can say the cinema hall, you have find that you suppose your seat number is suppose G5. What do you understand G5? G5 stand for, we can say that row number G and the seat number corresponding row G, we have the seat number is 5. So, we can say simply we can say the location of your seat, or we can say location of your the point of your seat. So, this aspect, suppose we want to find out the particular point in the plane, particularly when talking about coordinate geometry. Right now we are discussing about the plane, that means two coordinate. One is x coordinate, another is y coordinate. Okay, that part details now will be discussed, that is particularly known as Cartesian system of rectangular coordinate. Okay, when talking about in your seat in the cinema hall, suppose H12, when talking about H12, that stand for the row number is H and the seat number is 20. Now you may next number is 19, 18, 17 like this. Suppose we want to search H7. So we are moving from the corresponding, we can say the row H, then we reach to the H7. That is simply, it is called, simply we can say this is called the location of the H7, location. And we have find H7, 17. That location stand for the horizontal movement we proceed here. Okay. And dear learners, suppose we would like to tell you that suppose we want to find out the location particular figures, we can say the particular object here. Okay. Now how will we find the coordinate? We can say the location of this object with respect to x coordinate and y coordinate, because in the plane you will find two coordinate, one is x coordinate, another is y coordinate. Okay. Then x coordinate, when talking about, it is simply, you know that from the origin means from the starting point. Okay. From 0, I can say from 0 to up to 2 point we move horizontally, then we will be move, we can say the vertically in order to reach that object. Okay. So this is this simply we can say the coordinate, or we can say the location of a point, or we can say location of the object. When talking about location of the object, it is very simply we can say with respect to x coordinate and y coordinate. X coordinate stand for, we can say it is moving through horizontal, and y coordinate stand for the vertical. Suppose we would like to proceed, suppose we want to find out the location of the point that is moving now. We cannot find out location of point when it was moving, but when it is now stopped, you can see now it is stopped. That means I can say when it is stopped, then I can say we can find out the location of this point. And when we are talking about location of this point, the point with reference to x coordinate and with reference to y coordinate, because we are dealing with the location of a point on the plane. How it can be done? Let us observe. When talking about the location of this point P, you see that is, we can say very simply, I can say that we have to see the x coordinate and y coordinate. When talking about x coordinate, you know this is the we can say this is the horizontal line, and horizontal line this is known as x, and this is x dash, and the vertical this is y, and this is y dash. Okay. And I can say simply that this is y axis vertical part, the upper part is positive and the lower part is negative. Okay. When talking about origin, this is the when the x axis and y axis are perpendicular to each other. Here what we observe, the we can say the x axis, that means x o x dash, and y axis, that means y o y dash, they have perpendicular to each other. The point of intersection means where the x axis and y axis are intersect. The intersect point is here, I can say this is the origin. Origin means the starting point. From this point we can start for moving. That is why we call as this is the origin. And when talking about the coordinate axis, there are two coordinate axes. So, one is x axis, another is y axis. Okay. Now, you see, when we are talking about the coordinate of P, then we have to see the x axis means I can say the x direction in the positive direction. Okay. When talking about the negative part x axis, it will be from the back side of the 0, or we can say the positive part is a forwarding part, and from the origin backward part is the negative. Okay. Now, you see, when talking about upper part of the vertical part, these are the positive, and when talking about the lower part, that is known as the negative part of the y axis. Okay. Now, dear learners, then we can say x o x dash, y o y dash are perpendicular, and it become the two coordinate axis, one is x o x dash and y o y dash. Okay. Let us see, when talking about the exactly what we are going to find out. We are going to find out the coordinate of point P. When talking about coordinate of the point P, we are talking the coordinate of point P with reference to x and with reference to y. When talking about x, then we have to see we can say very simply, we can say that it is moving from 0 to a point, because from P we have to draw the perpendicular to the x axis. Then the distance from 0 to a, exactly we can say the x component. When talking about the perpendicular distance from 0 to b, this is the we can say distance from 0 to b. Now, you can say when talking about now OA, we can say the 3, which is the x coordinate, and I can say OB is here 4 is the y coordinate. So, when talking about the coordinate of point P, then it is simply a order pair. It is the order pair, and when talking about order pair, coordinate of point P, it is the order pair that is always, you know that order pair always written within the bracket. The first component in an order pair you will find two components. The first component is the x component and the second component is the y component. Here the point P, 3 and 4 is the coordinate of the point P. 3 is the we can say x component and 4 is the y component. Okay. When talking about these two numbers form a order pair, and now you see again suppose I would like to take a point Q, point Q4 here you can observe. You can observe here the point Q, the point P you see the coordinate is 3, 4. The point Q the coordinate is 4, 3. Okay. That means distance from 0 to 4 and distance from 0 to 3 in y axis, then it become 4, 3. Now, what you observe? We can see the coordinate of a point whose coordinate is 3, 4 is different from 4, 3. We cannot say 3, 4 is same as 4, 3. In the coordinate x geometry, we cannot say these are the same location of point, because 3, 4 is the x component is 3, y component is 4. However, in case of Q point here, the coordinate is 4, 3. So, we can say x component is 4 and y component is 3. So, the point P location, the coordinate point Q location, these are the two different locations. You will find two different locations. Now, you see another thing is when talking about 3, 4 and 4, 3, we can generalize these are the two different order pair. Remember, this is the very important part. 3, 4 and 4, 3 are not same. They are different order pair. That's why their location of existence is different. That is the very important things. Now, you see when talking about distance measure along x axis, when talking about distance along x axis, this is called as abscissa. Abscissa is we can say the mathematical terminology we have used. That means distance measure along x axis is known as abscissa, and we can say distance measure along y axis is called the ordinate. This is the very important thing. This is the, we can say these are the certain information and we must have to understand. Now, when talking about the, we can say when talking about the coordinate axis, basically we have what we find. When talking about coordinate axis, you must have find that there are, this is like this, I can say. This is called, suppose x, this is O and this is x dash, and this is y and this is y dash. Okay. Now, what exactly you observe? I can say, definitely I can say that this is the, you have the observe the coordinate axis, you have to find 4 quadrant. We can say when talking about quadrant, when x o x dash and y o y dash are intersect each other, you will find the, we can say 4 quadrant. One is I can say x o y. Suppose this is, we can say the first quadrant. This is the first quadrant. And when talking about y o x dash, you see you can say, or we can say x dash, first we have to move from x axis. That means x dash o y is, we can say the second quadrant. Okay. Next is x o, I can say x dash o y dash. This is the third quadrant. Am I correct? And you move from x o, I can say x o y dash. This is the fourth quadrant. Then you have find the fourth quadrant. The an important thing is, we can say here, the important thing is, I very simply I can tell you that most important thing is in the first quadrant, you know, this part is always positive. So, I can say in first quadrant I can say x is greater than 0. In the same times I can say y is also greater than 0. The all points lies in the first quadrant are, I can say both are positive and positive. This is the very important result. When talking about the second quadrant, you know second quadrant o x dash, this is the backward side from the origin, I can say this is the negative. So, when talking about second quadrant, simply I can say x is less than 0, x is less than 0, and I can say y component will be greater than 0, because y is in a, we can say upper part. So, you will find the, this will be negative and positive. When talking about third quadrant, you observe, what you observe, third quadrant, x dash, it is negative. I can say x is less than 0. Again, y dash, it is also negative. So, I can say y also less than 0. So, all points are, I can say simply negative comma negative. That means all points lies in third quadrants are negative and negative. That idea you must have to generate from the this coordinate axis. When moving to the fourth quadrant what happening? In the, I can say the first x component, I can say this is the positive, I can say x greater than 0, and y component is the less than 0 because it is negative. So, I can say simply the fourth quadrant is one is positive, next is negative. So, this is the very important result, dear learners. Important thing is you must have to understand that first quadrant is positive positive and second quadrant is negative positive, third quadrant is negative negative and fourth quadrant is positive and negative. This is the very important information and that result will be give you a brief understanding of coordinate axis. When talking about the quadrant, next part we must have to understand the distance formula, that is the very important things. We can say distance between the 2 points. Distance between the 2 points, simply I can say, suppose I can say this is the one of the point, suppose this is the one of the point, okay. This is the one of the point, suppose this point is suppose P, this is the another point and I can say this is the Q. Now, question is what is the distance between P and Q? How we have to find distance between P and Q? That is the very important thing and we have to generate a one formula, because when we know the distance we can measure the length of any object that lies in the I can say the plane. So, distance formula is very important things and we must have to understand how we have to generate this formula. When talking about distance between 2 points like P, suppose is the point whose coordinate is x1 y1, because you know that any point it has must have a we can say the x component and y component. So, this component is suppose x1 y1 and Q is the point whose component is x2 y2, I can say the coordinate is x2 y2. Okay. When talking about we are going to find PQ, so simply things we must have to find out the perpendicular distance from Q to x axis, suppose that point is N. From point P we have to again draw a perpendicular, that is from P to M to the x axis. Now, then we have to join P and R, that means I can say again you can say perpendicular from P to the QN and they have intersect at the point R and the point angle R is 90 degree here. Now, when you are talking about in a right angle triangle PQR, now when you just observe PQR triangle, that R angle is already 90 degree. We already know if any one of the angle is 90 degree, then it is a right angle triangle. Yes, when talking about now right angle triangle PQR, as per the Pythagoras theorem, we already know PQ square which is equal to PR square plus QR square. That part we have already know. That means in the triangle PQR, I can say PQ square which is equal to PR square plus QR square. Okay. Now, another thing is when suppose we need PR, because in order to find PQ square we need PR. You just when talking about PR, PR means I can say which is equal to x2 minus x1. Okay. When talking about QR, QR become now total is y2 and now y2 we need this much. So, I can say y2 minus y1. Okay. Now, simply I can say as per the Pythagoras theorem, PQ square which is nothing but x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. But our target is we are going to find out the distance between PQ, the length of PQ. So, length of PQ will be simply I can say square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. This is the formula we can say distance between the 2 points. However, in order to find the distance between the 2 points, we must have to understand the what is the we can say the coordinate of the corresponding point. If you once know the coordinate of the corresponding point, it is quite easy to find out distance between the 2 points by using that formula. Suppose for example, I would like to tell you, suppose we are going to find the distance between the 2 points and point is given, suppose A is the point whose coordinate is given 14, 3. Okay. and when talking about QB with the point, the coordinate is 10 and 6. Okay. And we are going to find out the, I can say, the distance of AB. When talking about distance of AB, the formula is, I can say that formula is x2 minus x1 whole square. This is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So, x2 minus x1 whole square, that means 10 minus 14 whole square plus 6 minus 3 whole square root. That is the simply we use the formula. So, 10 minus 14 you already know, that will be, I can say that means 4 whole square, that is 16, plus 6 minus 3, I can say 6 minus 3, 3 whole square 9, I can say square root, that means square root of 25, which is equal to simply I can say 5 unit. So, I can say the distance between AB, which is equal to simply 5 unit. And here what we did, we just simply find out the distance between the 2 points. Right now, suppose I would like to tell you, suppose this is the one of the triangle. Suppose this is given triangle ABC. Okay. Suppose this is the ABC triangle and the vertices is given minus 1, and Q be the, that is the point PQR, suppose 3 point PQR. P is given minus 1 and minus 1, Q is given 2, 3, and I can say R is given minus 2, 6, and we have to show that it is form a right angle triangle. It is form a right angle triangle means one of the angle will be 90 degree. So, this angle will be rightly, now it will be convert very simply, I can say it will be convert like this, simply this will be the right angle triangle. So, that means one of the angle is 90 degree, that means this is like PQR and P is given minus 1, and K is given 2, 3, and R is given minus 2, 6. Okay. Now, what is the distance of PQ? You will find the distance of PQ first. Distance of PQ very simply I can say this is x1 y1, this is I can say x2 y2, this is x3 y3, and you will find the distance of PQ, which is x2 minus x1 whole square, that means I can say x2, this is x1 y1, x2 y2, 2, I can say 2 plus 1 whole square plus 3 plus 1 whole square root, you will find again I can say 2 plus 1 whole square, that means I can say 3 whole square 9, okay, 9, and this will be 4 whole square, that is 16, again you will find that is square root of 25, okay, and QR again when you calculate, again you will find square root of 25. When you are going to find PR, you will find very simply square root of 550. So, here what you observe, you will find PR whole square, which is equal to PQ whole square plus QR whole square. So, which is equal to, we can say hypotenuse whole square, which is equal to base whole square plus perpendicular whole square. So, simply it become a right angle triangle, and it has only proof when we have to, it become a right angle triangle is possible only when we find out the distance between the two corresponding points. This result is only possible when we apply the distance formula. Dear learner, distance formula using is very important things, and I hope that how we have to use this formula you might have understand. Now, we are talking about section formula. Section formula is something different. Different means when talking about section formula, suppose this is the line. Suppose this is the line, I can say line, and suppose line is I can say P and Q, okay. R is the I can say any point, and P is the suppose one of the point end point which coordinate is x1 y1, and Q is the point whose coordinate is x2 y2, and R suppose x and y which divides internally, there is two different formula. Internally divide in the ratio I can say m is to n. Now, question is what is the coordinate I can say, the question is very simply I can say what is the coordinate of r. That means, here the coordinate of r I can say x, y, what will be find out the coordinate of x and y, and x you will find by as per the I can say the section formula, x coordinate will be m x 2 plus n x 1 divided by m plus n. This is the component of x. When talking about y, y will be m y 2 plus n y 1 divided by m plus n. Okay. In case of external division, this positive become when talking about external division, same things will come. Very simply I can say when external division slightly difference, external division case you will find x equal to m x 2 minus, in place of plus it become minus, that means negative, that is different, m x 2 minus n x 1 divided by m minus n, and y coordinate component will be m y 2 minus n y 1 divided by m minus n. Okay, this is the very important things, and we must have to understand this part. Next is, suppose I would like to take a example. Suppose find the coordinate of the point which divides the line segment joining the point, this is the one point, suppose 4 minus 2 and 3 minus 3 5 internally in the ratio 2:3. So, I can say suppose this is the point, suppose I can say simply I can say that A, suppose A is the point that is 4 minus 2 and B is the point is given minus 3 5, okay, and here in the ratio 2:3. So, I can say simply m is to n which equal to 2:3. Now, suppose this this is x 1, this is y 1, and I can say this is x 2 and this is y 2. Okay. Now, we are going to find out the value of x and y. Okay. Now, component of x will be m x 2. M x 2 stand for m value is 2, m x 2 I can say m x 2 means 2 into minus 3 m x 2 plus n x 1, that means 3 into 4 divided by m plus n, that means 2 plus 3. So, I can write minus 6 plus 4 into 3, that means 12 divided by 5, I can say 6 by 5. Okay. Now, y component which is equal to m y 2, m stand for 2, y 2 stand for 5, 2 into 5 plus m y 2 plus n y 1, n means 3, y 1 is 3 into minus 2 divided by m plus n, that is 2 plus 3, I can write simply 10, 3 minus 2, that means 6, 10 minus 6 by 5, I can say this is 4 by 5. So, when talking about the internally divide into ratio 2:3, the coordinate of the point which is equal to, I can say simply x coordinate will be x y, that is 6 by 5 comma 4 by 5. So, this is the using of section formula where we can able to find out the value of the concerned point of coordinate. And when talking about the section formula, we just discuss about the internal division. In case of external division, in place of positive it become negative. Dear learners, we have discussed basically how we have to find out coordinate of a point and the distance between the 2 points. If a line is internally or externally divided in a proper ratio like m is to n, how we have to find the coordinate of the concerned point, that part we have discussed. I hope that you have enjoyed learning with me. It is the just basic part of the coordinate geometry. However, I would like to suggest you regularly visit eVidya 12 program. This is coming on channel number eVidya 12, which is the live program for the senior secondary level, and regularly visit our website, that is www.nios.sc.in, on online course material. You will find a different, we can say, video tutorials, audio tutorial, text program, or we can say worksheet, and your doubt will be clear if you will go through this section, that is www.nios.sc.in, on online course material. Thank you, learners.